For a while now, gamers have wanted lightweight mouses to give them the edge in competitive play. Now traditionally, lightweight mouses all have this honeycomb shape, but not this one. This is the Cougar Airblader, and if you're looking for a lightweight mouse, the search may be over for you. Let's see what it can do. The Cougar Airblader is a lightweight wired gaming mouse that weighs in at only 62 grams, making it one of the lightest gaming mouses on the market today, but still not the lightest. The design of the mouse for me looks pretty cool, and I love how they decided to make a design feature out of cutting weight. The Cougar Airblader also has no RGB, which isn't a deal breaker for me, but still worth mentioning. And then the design of the mouse, even though it does look a little weird, is very similar to that of a Logitech mouse, so you don't have to worry about whether or not this mouse will feel weird in hand when using, and it does actually feel very comfortable and very familiar when in use. Now the mouse does measure in 117mm long, 62.8mm wide, and 37.8mm high, which will make it easy to use for most people, but it can be harder to use for people with smaller hands and larger hands. And for me, the case was that my pinky kind of slipped off on the side at some times, which wasn't that big of a deal. But if you're looking for something where you have more of your hand on the mouse with a normal grip, then this mouse might not be the one for you. But if you switch over to a claw grip, then there is no issue at all with this mouse at all, and it was actually fairly comfortable to use. And then in the box of the Cougar Airblader, you get the mouse and a manual, and that is it. Which for me, I've said a lot before, I like minimal packaging, as most of it usually just gets thrown away. So I love the fact that they've only included the important things, which is the mouse and the manual, and nothing else to kind of just throw away at the end of the day. And then when it comes to technical specs, this is really where the Cougar Airblader shines, so let's run through it. The Cougar Airblader has an optical sensor that can do up to 16,000 dpi, a bounce-on system that makes use of a metal spring to eliminate the bounce back when clicking the switch, making it more stable for intense gaming sessions. And then the Cougar Airblader also comes equipped with a 1.8 meter long ultra flexible cable, which will not snag or inhibit your movements. It has 100% virgin grade skates with low friction, making it easy to glide on almost any surface that you use it on. It has a 2 million cycle scroll wheel and has mechanical switches that allow for up to 50 million clicks, which is more than general, and that will also make it easy to click heads, as well as to like and subscribe on this video. Now when downloading the Cougar UI-X software, you can customize the mouse to your liking with 3 different modes and assign those to different profiles, and within those profiles you can change your DPI settings and macros and so much more. Now when it comes to the switches on the mouse, that is where it becomes pretty standard. You have your left and your right click, you have your scroll up, your scroll down, you have your scroll click, as well as your DPI button, which can switch between those 3 DPI settings that you just set in the software, or you can hold it in for 3 seconds to actually turn on or off that switch if you don't want to use it or it just gets in the way. And then you also have your thumb switches on the left side, which is the 2 buttons that you can use for either macros or for different features that you want to use in game. Now while in use, the mouse felt really comfortable to use. The flexible cable really never snagged on anything, and it almost felt like I was using a wireless mouse most of the time. The buttons all felt really good to press, and even though it was pretty subtle, the bounce back features on the left and the right click really do make some sort of a difference, and it does feel a little bit more stable, a little bit better to click, but it is very subtle, so it's nothing groundbreaking, but it does help a little in the long run. And then the mouse also slides really easily on my mouse pad, as well as a few other surfaces that I tested it on, so you shouldn't have any issues with it sliding easily no matter what surface you will use it on. Now for me, I'm not the biggest fan of lightweight mouses, and I've said this many times before, but even as someone who isn't a big fan of lightweight mouses, I really enjoyed using this mouse, and if you're someone that loves lightweight mouses, this is a really solid option for you. Not only does this mouse weigh almost nothing, it also slides pretty easily on almost any surface, and best of all is the price, as you won't have to actually go out and break the bank to buy this mouse. So if you're someone who's looking for a lightweight mouse that almost feels like you have nothing in your hand, then this is really a great option, and it is even budget friendly. Now if you wanted to check out more of my reviews, you can check the cards up above, and if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please leave a like and subscribe. It really does help the channel out a lot. If you have any questions on this mouse or any other mouse that I've tested in the past, feel free to ask me down in the comment section below or by reaching out to me on any of my other social media platforms. And then, until next time, cheers.